Can I tell you, there will be no oil without squeezing, no wine without pressing, no fragrance without crushing, and no real joy without sorrow. So the Lord tells them to go over to the other side, knowing that the storm would indicate that the Lord is behind the storm. Can I park here parenthetically and declare, if the Lord is behind the storm, it simply means that I'm coming out. Tell your neighbor, you missed that. Yeah, I'm coming out because God is too strong to be weak, and he's too wise to make a mistake, and he's too deep to explain himself. Tell your neighbor, I know he's right. And since God sends us into storms, my question is, where is God while the storm is in progress? Have you ever wondered, where was God? I'm going through this, going through that. I want to know, where is God? What is God doing? Look at the text. The text states that Jesus tells them to go to the other side. They encounter a storm, and then he goes into a mountain to pray. So if you're wondering where Jesus is during your storm, I guarantee you he's somewhere praying for you. You ought to tell your neighbor he's praying for you. Yeah, I know I can be sure that I'm going to make it through this storm because the Lord, somebody shout the Lord. Yeah, the Lord is praying for you. And sometimes we get things wrong and we are tempted to think that God has deserted us. But I stopped by to inform us that the Lord himself is praying for us because God has never lost touch with our situation. He's never lost touch with our location. He's never lost touch with our condition. And I want to go on a record and thank God for all the prayer leaders. Thank you, Deacon Preston. Thank you, Brother Enda. Thank you, Mother Estelle. Thank you, Mother Elliott. Thank you, Mother Brooks. Every morning, Monday through Friday, prayer teams have assembled to join in with the Lord and pray for us. Can I tell you what a comfort and relief it is to know that the Lord and the saints are praying for you, and we're going to make it because Jesus and the saints are praying for you. Lean over, tell your neighbor, don't stop praying for me. Now that the Lord is behind the storm, he goes out and prays for them while he was in the storm. But watch this, the Lord has a way of coming to us when the bottom drops out. I like that because the text says that the Lord came. You ought to tell your neighbor the Lord will come. Oh, that's preaching music right there, because no matter what I'm going through, I got an assurance that the Lord will come. No matter what I'm facing, I have affirmation that the Lord will come. I don't care how the hellhound gets on my trail. It's confident to know that the Lord will come. I don't care of a prognosis, diagnosis. It's good to know that the Lord will come. Watch the text. It was the fourth watch of the night. Let me cut close to the cornfield and tell you that Jesus went walking to them. Watch this. In the fourth watch of the night. It was no coincidence. The writer didn't get it confused. It was the fourth watch of the night that Jesus came to them walking on the water. It was the fourth watch of the night, which suggests it was the darkest hour that the Lord showed up walking in the midst of the storm. The Lord waits until the storm is at its worst. Oh God, I wish I could preach this thing like I feel it. Some of us are waiting and say, Lord, how long? Baby, it ain't rough enough, because when it get too rough and the Lord know you can't handle it, he'll come walking on the stuff you fearful of. I wish I had a praying church in here. Jesus comes at the fourth watch of the night. He comes when the wee hours of the night. He comes when the doctors put you on I see you. He comes when they tell you you got 6 months to live. Oh, I wish I could preach this thing like I feel it. The God we serve will come at the fourth watch of the night, when man has lost their resources, has depleted their resources, walk. And I wish I had a praying church in here to realize that when you give up, the Lord will step right in and show up right on time. Oh, it baffles me to figure out how a God that's in eternity can step into time. Don't belong in time. Time is not confined to him. He's in eternity, but when he shows up on time. He created time but don't live in time. But when he shows up, oh God, oh, I want to lay it down on the altar right now, because the Lord will show up, and he'll show up on time. Come on, I had it right. He may not come when you want him, but I declare and decree the Lord will show up right on time. Look at the text. He came when the wind was boisterous. He came when the disciples had exhausted their resources, and he came when the disciples was at rock bottom. He comes during the time that they were most in need, because he knows where they were. He saw their fears. He heard their cries, but he didn't come until the hour was the darkest. Oh God, can't nobody do it like Jesus. And if we had it our way, we would try to hurry God. But the hymnologist said, you can't hurry him. You got to trust him. Wait on him and be of good courage. And he will. Tell your neighbor he will. Oh, tell your neighbor he will. Strengthen your heart. Notice now, he didn't come until the hour was the darkest. And watch this. Jesus came walking on the water and not riding in a boat. Oh, you missed that. Oh, he came walking on the water. You know, he could have got into a boat, could have got into a yacht, but he chose to walk on the very thing that frightened the disciples. Isn't it good to know that we serve a God that will walk on stuff that we worry about? Tell your neighbor, I know he's right. Come on, tell your neighbor, I know he's right. Come on, tell your neighbor, I know he's right. We worrying about stuff that the Lord is able to step on. And you must understand, my brothers and sisters, that the greatest storm in your life and the greatest storm in my life, Jesus will keep it under his feet. And I stop by to tell somebody, whatever has been over your head is still been under his feet. Slap your neighbor, tell him, I know he's right. Oh, if you are sick, my brothers and my sisters, the Lord will come walking on your sickness. If you are afraid of death, he'll walk on the ways of death and declare, oh death, where is thy sting? Oh grave, where is thy victory? He steps on this stuff that most of us fear. And C.H. Spurgeon said, when God allows us to be put in the furnace, he goes with us. I am reminded of the story of a blacksmith when he puts the gold or the silver in the furnace. He sits there and watches the gold. He watches the furnace to ensure that everything on it gets burned off. He doesn't take it out too soon, doesn't take it out too short. He just wait on it and let it simmer. And I stop by to tell somebody that the Lord has his eye on you. And if he bring you to it, he's got to bring you through it. He'll let me sit there long enough till I get my attitude right. He'll let me sit there long enough till I get my mentality right. He'll let me sit there long enough till I come out of self-pity and despair, and he'll stand up and watch me go through it and still declare I am God, and besides me there is none other. Look at this truth. The Lord always come in our darkest hour, so you don't have to worry about the storm. You and I got to learn to weather it until the Lord comes. And in spite of the conditions, we've got to keep sailing. In spite of the situation, we've got to keep dipping water out of the boat until Jesus comes. When the disciples saw him walking